What's up, risk managers? My name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. And boy, is she one hell of a drug. And welcome to today's NA meeting, where we'll discuss the economic data for the week, the day's technical analysis, the trading opportunities that we took on today's stream, and build a game plan for tomorrow's price action. And if you haven't done so already, you can show your support by subscribing to the channel. And with that said, let's jump into the charts now. This is tomorrow's data. Be mindful that all times are in Central Time. And we have a small block of news scheduled for tomorrow, so let's jump into it. At 9 o'clock, we have the Richmond Fed. At 12 o'clock, we have the 7-year note auction. At 12:45, we had Fed Williams speaking. At 1 o'clock, we have the Beige Book. And at 3:30 and 6 o'clock, we have some crude news, and we have Fed Bostic speaking. Now, it was never recommended to trade during volatile price action, but if you choose to trade during these times, then understand you're playing a game of chance with your trading account. And now that we know what to expect, let's jump into the charts and create a game plan for tomorrow's price action. This is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And today, we definitely had a range day. We had a bearish open where the bulls found support and traded price higher into this area of resistance, where the bears came right back in and they pushed price down. The bulls found support yet again in this area, pushed price higher, where the bears came back in. We took out this low, but the bulls regained control towards the end of the session. So on the NQ, price basically rotated around this range. Now that tells me what to look out for going into tomorrow's session. Now price is right back almost where it started at earlier on. Now price can continue to trade up into this area overnight, trading further into the supply area, possibly taking out that old all-time high. Or in this situation, price can continue to rotate until tomorrow's session, probably get deeper back into support, get the results from the Beige Book, and that's when we'll see the real market reaction or the real direction that the market wants to trade into. Because right now, in my opinion, based on the price action, this area is definitely ready for a expansion from it, because we've swept highs and we swept lows in this area. So now price is either going to take out this high, or price is going to make an attempt to take out this low. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get that once the data from the Beige Book releases during tomorrow's session. And with that said, let's jump into an ES chart. This is an ES chart, and this is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And just like the NQ, we did have a somewhat bearish open, but for the most part, the bulls took control of the market. They traded price into this area of resistance where the bears immediately came in. They knocked price down. The bulls finding support in the bottom of this range, pushing price higher, where we saw this massive drop going towards the end of the session. And we spoke about this area in a previous NA meeting, where that 298 level would be a great area for the bulls to come back in, buy this market up to retest higher structure. And just like clockwork, they came in at this area and we had this massive pump towards the end of the session, ending exactly where we left off. And also like the NQ, price can either continue to trade higher or we can make that rotation down lower. But at least for the ES, if you look at the hour chart, you can see that price tapped into this area of supply and we got our initial rejection. However, there is an other area of supply right above it. And right above this supply area, we have its all-time highs. Now, I can see price possibly consolidating until we get the results from the Beige Book. And I can also see price trading up overnight, trading through this area and rejecting off of this supply area and making a move back down. Now, we also spoke about this level in last night's NA meeting, and it hit that 39 level to the T. And we immediately got that move down once price tapped into that level. And the bulls bought price once it tapped into this level. So right now, the market can go either way. And that's why I believe that for right now, until we see the price action overnight, price will possibly just trade and ping pong between these ranges right here. Because just like the NQ, this area has been cleared out and is ready for an expansion away from this area. And it's either going to be to the upside or it's going to be to the downside. But it's definitely going to depend on the results of the beige book that's going to be released at 1 o'clock Central Time during tomorrow's session. And in summary, both markets did have a bearish open or a slightly bearish open. The bulls did regain control, traded price higher into an area of resistance where the bears came in and knocked price away from that area of resistance. Another clue is that the bears finally got a rotation down. You can see that on both instruments that price was able to rotate down lower. And I spoke about this in a previous NA meeting. This usually what happens when the bulls refuse to allow the bears to get their rotation down. We usually get these big correction moves, and then once the bears get their rotation down lower, they take their profits. That's when we get these big corrections back up. So once I saw this big move down, I was expecting this move up towards the end of the day. And finally, the bulls regained control at the end of the session. Now, this was a massive move up. However, this move was basically the bears taking their profits, the bulls buying at support. And so in this instance, everybody was buyers, and that's why we saw this massive move up towards the end of the session. And we may see a continuation of price trading higher overnight, but with the beige book coming out tomorrow, I'm pretty sure that big money is not going to put any real risk into the market until that data officially is released. And with that said, that's all I have. And if you're enjoying these breakdowns and are tired of missing the best trades on the Nasdaq and ES intraday, then subscribe to the channel, join the live stream, join the risk managers in the chat, and we appreciate your support as we grow. As we wrap up, remember the risk manager's creed. Trading involves risk and demands careful analysis and capital preservation. And we can do that by practicing sound risk management. Every trade tells a story. Make sure you write that story in your trading journal because our psychology is all over these charts. And as always, my name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. Stay green out there. Peace.